What's up, YouTube? Coach 5515, finally back with another one. Sorry I've been gone. Had a couple of deaths that were close to me, and I had to deal with those, and I just had to be away. And on top of that, being busy with work, it's I'm having probably like 14, 15-hour days sometimes. So I've been traveling back and forth from Chinle to Window Rock just about every day. Then on weekends, we do family time, so that's the reason why I haven't uploaded or done any stories. So another story that was told to me by a close friend of mine. We played on the same semi-pro football team, and we would travel, in between here and Chinle and Flagstaff just about every Saturday. And one time he was telling me that he and his sister, they were traveling back from that direction one time, and in between Greasewood and Burnside, that stretch around Cornfields area, I think they call it Sun Valley or something like that. There's a ranch right there on the side of the road around that area. He was telling me one time that he and his sister were driving pretty late or pretty early in the morning, and he said the sun was about to come up. I think he said, well, actually no, he said it was around 3 o'clock in the morning. He said they were coming back from Flagstaff. He had to pick up his sister or drop her off at school or something like that. They were in between that area, and he said all of a sudden around that highway kind of runs along the base of that mesa around that area. So he said when he was coming, they saw at a distance that there was a car that pulled over to the side, and lights were off, but the you could see the brake lights, and when the car braked, the lights were off, but they saw it in the distance because they were coming around the hills and stuff, or coming around the curves up ahead, or right behind them. And he said as they got closer, they noticed the dome light on in the vehicle. He said it looked like a Mustang. He said it looked like a Mustang, but he said one of those cars, the Mustang. He said when he was driving, they got closer, and all of a sudden that car just took off, and out of the dome light, he said, or in the dome light, they're close enough to where they could see people getting out of the car. And he said all of a sudden he saw like two figures run up the steep mesa there. And he said he and his sister pretty much freaked out, and they said they couldn't believe how fast whatever these things were. They're probably skinwalkers is what they were, and they jumped out and they ran up that mesa. He said they didn't even waste no time. He said they got up that mesa pretty quick. And he said that car took off in front of them, and he and his sister were so scared that they kind of just let that car go, and they followed it after. And his sister, I guess his sister was so scared that she started crying. And this was the time when she was in high school, and he said that freaked him out, and he said that's the first time he's ever seen something like that. And he said they were pretty freaked out about that situation. So the story that that was told to me by him, and that's one thing that he shared in from that area again. I guess that's a few miles from where I saw the skinwalker standing on the side of the road. It's probably about 10 miles from that location, from where we saw that skinwalker. But the other night I jumped on the Yazzi's live, and we were driving back from Phoenix area. we're coming through Flagstaff. This is about 8:45. 8:45. I remember it distinctly. Res time. We're in between Winslow and that rest stop between Twin Arrows. Right in between there, you know, I was we're driving eastbound on I-40, and I remember seeing looking up into the sky in the night, and you know, like it was weird because there was two like stars sitting right by each other. The top one wasn't really bright, but the bottom one was really, really, really bright. So I was just watching it, you know, just because they were pretty bright. And then as we kept going down I-40, I seen that bright one just start dropping like this. It just started dropping, and it dropped quick. And I was wondering, like, I'd never seen that before. I thought it was like a helicopter, because it dropped down that fast. It was like gliding down and it just stopped. And I thought it was a helicopter, but there was no, I mean, I've been around helicopters and know, like, they'll have the flashing lights on the tail. And this one didn't have a flashing light on it. And I knew it wasn't a plane because it was too bright to be a plane. And there was a couple planes up there that were passing by, and, you know, you could see the lights flashing. But this is a video that I took of that star. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's how bright that thing was. That's I-40, and that bright star is the one that dropped down. So like I said, there was something that was hit, there was another star or whatever it was, but that thing just dropped straight down. I don't know if you guys ever saw that before. And like 15 minutes later, we got into Holbrook and stopped at McDonald's, and that star didn't even move. It was still staying in one place. I'd never seen that before. I don't know if that top one was something else or what, but that top one disappeared. And, you know, that's from first time I seen that. But another time when we were working, the guy that was in my other story with the cemetery lights, same guy, we're up in the Three Turkey Ruins area, which is past the K&D Shade, looking for a patient. Hardly any houses out there, but when you get to the top, you could see we're looking toward the Chinle Valley, and we could see the lights of Chinle, and you could see Nozzolini, and then that backside way over to maybe Salina Springs, which is about probably about maybe an hour drive from where we were. We're back on the back roads looking for a patient, and all of a sudden we came to a junction on the dirt road. They were both bus routes, and came to a junction. And as soon as he looked on that junction to see if there was any vehicles, there's a house just right there. And he knows one of the bus drivers. He used to work for the bus driver or the bus barn in Chinle. So he told me, he goes, yeah, that's where one of the bus drivers lives, right there. And as soon as he turned like this, I go, oh, all right. And I turned back and I looked, and there was a green light, a bright green light, like a laser that shot out and just went way like straight across the valley. Bright streak of green light straight across the valley. It just appeared out of nowhere, and it just went straight across. And I told him, I said, dude, did you see that? He goes, what? And by the time he turned to look at me, it was gone. It went like from where we were all the way to across the valley to where Salina Springs was, like within maybe like that it only showed for, it was only out, that light was only out for like maybe a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds the most, and it just like straight light, and it looked like it was flying, but there was a green streak right behind it. It was all green like a laser, and it shot straight across. It was weird, but you know, a couple of stories for you guys, a few stories. That's 3 stories for you guys. Been away for a while. Sorry about that. I'm gonna try to start uploading more. you know. But that's why some of the reasons why I was gone. Had a couple of deaths. One of the deaths was a supervisor. Passed away all of a sudden, and then one of the kids I coached, you know, passed away. He's only 19, getting ready to go play college basketball, and you know those were some that I had to deal with. But yeah, so I'll try to upload more. Sorry for being away. Shout out to new subscribers. My nephew, Mr. T. He's always always yelling across, "Hey, when you gonna give me a shout out?" So Mr. T, got you on here. My nephew Xavier and all the other subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. And I'll hope to upload more. Thank you for watching, guys.